Hello and welcome to my concluding session on Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest. The third act of a play is usually called the denouement or the resolution. All the conflicts, questions, issues, and problems that had been raised in Act 1 and Act 2 will come to a resolution, or, in other words, it will come to a conclusion. What are the major questions or issues that have been raised so far in Act 1 and Act 2 of this play? 1. Will Gwendolen and Cecily agree to marry Jack and Algernon respectively, even after coming to know that their name is not Ernest? 2. What will be Lady Bracknell's response when she comes to know that her daughter Gwendolen is missing from the house? 3. Will Algernon marry Cecily, and will Jack agree to this? 4. The most important. What is the secret mystery hidden behind the black leather bag and the 3-volume novel that Miss Prism lost? 5. Who are Jack's real parents? And 6. Will Jack Worthing finally marry Gwendolen? These are the 6 questions that I'm going to answer in my session today, in the backdrop of Act 3. Now, the first question is regarding the name Earnest. The two ladies, as you will see in Act 2, came to know that the men that they loved are not Ernest but Jack and Algernon. Their lie was exposed towards the end of Act 2. Naturally, the two ladies were shocked. They have been cheated. They have been deceived. It was their life's dream to marry someone with the name Earnest. But now their dream has been shattered. So initially they were not ready to marry Jack and Algernon. However, both Jack and Algernon had an idea. For the sake of Gwendolen and Cecily, both of them decided to change their names. We know that a person is given his or her name at the time of birth, when the child is very small. It is called the naming ceremony, or in a more technical sense, it is called the christening. The christening is done in the church. So, Jack and Algernon decided to change their names by going to the church and undergoing the process of christening. They already have a priest, Dr. Chasuble, who is ready to do that. Now, if Jack and Algernon change their names, it is not christening for them because they have already got a name once. If they at all change their names, it will be rechristening. But such a situation does not arise. Why? Let me explain. When Gwendolyn and Cicely came to know that Jack and Algernon are ready to change their names for the sake of their love, they are impressed. They see this as a great sacrifice on the part of the men. They also see this as a strong proof of the love of the two men towards their respective partners. And therefore, finally, they decide or agree to marry Jack and Algernon even if their name is not Earnest. In this way, the most important conflict regarding the name Earnest is resolved. The second question that I had raised: what will Lady Bracknell do when she comes to know that her daughter Gwendolyn is missing from the house? Now, Lady Bracknell came to know from Gwendolyn's maid servant the address of the place where Gwendolyn went. She took the address and straight away she came to Jack's house in Hertfordshire. And what did she see when she came there? She saw Jack and her daughter Gwendolyn. She is not very surprised because she already knows that her daughter loves Jack. But what surprised her was that she also found her nephew, her sister's son, Algernon, in Jack's house. This is something that she had not expected. Not only that, she had a bigger shock. Her sister's son, her nephew Algernon, was in love with Cicely Cardew, Jack's niece, and they wanted her permission to get married. And Lady Bracknell, as I told you, is not an easy character, easy nut to crack. She refused to give her permission for the marriage. Now you might ask me, is Lady Bracknell's permission required? My answer is yes. In the case of Gwendolyn and Jack Worthing, her permission is required because Gwendolyn is her own daughter. And in the case of Algernon and Cicely, again her consent is required because Algernon is her sister's son, and as the sister is not alive anymore, she is the guardian of Algernon. Therefore, we come to a juncture where Lady Bracknell's permission will decide the fate of two pairs. The fate of two pairs is thus very finely poised, very finely balanced. Here at this stage, I stop this session and I will continue my discussion on Act 3 in the second part of this video. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you.